and welcome back to the channel. My name is Deborah, aka the Sunset Girl Creates, and today we're going to continue working on American Roots by Chuck Pinson. The diamond shape is round. It is 29 inches by 22 inches or 74 centimeters by 56. We have ventured down to where we're working on this whole area just to the top, this last area, just to the top of the fence. We didn't quite go over to the tree because what I did is when I was finishing this section, I had a lot of house and a lot of multi-placing to do, and I knew that that same multi-placing was going to continue down the rest of the house. So I went ahead and removed the rest of the house, and I'm just going to finish these big sections on the house. So that will keep me busy for a day or two. Today is the 27th. That gives us 4 days still. I'm really hoping I can get it done in 4 days. It really just depends on how I feel. I'm not going to make myself do anything I don't feel good to do, but I will work hard to do what I can to get it done. Most of the real confetti part is quite a bit done, but I still have it down this last strip. The last strip under here, the last strip down there is where there's still quite a bit more confetti. It looks like less confetti, more multi-placing within the confetti. So maybe it won't be so bad. The trees remind me of camo. It turned out really cool. They turned out great. Today we're using our pen from Jim's Handmade Shop, and his details are below. I'm using the tray from my 3D Designs. It's the pink one, and I've done this a few times, but the main reason I continue using this, if you hear the snap, see that snap? I know it's secure and my drills aren't gonna go anywhere, excuse me. Then I'm using the mat from the Beadsmith. I got it on Amazon. All the links are below, so if anybody wants to use the products, you can find them below. I also have the swim noodle, the lap desk, the light boards I'm using. So I'm using all of that is listed out in the description below. So today our article is 13 Halloween arts and craft ideas for the whole family, October 3rd, 2020. And today is just kind of like really just a quiet day here. We've got scattered showers throughout the day. We did get a chance to go sit outside again yesterday. We were actually out there till almost 6 o'clock last night. It was just such a beautiful afternoon, and we enjoyed the warm Florida weather, right? Myself, not survive. I can't think of the word. But we'll come back to it. So being outdoors is almost a necessity to me, to soak up as much natural vitamin D as I can, for the simple fact that I have a deficiency, and I've known it for about 6 years. It's not gotten any better. It's finally gotten to where my vitamin D finally completely deplenished. And I've been taking vitamin D, not at such high doses as I'm currently taking right now. But even though it's not very high doses, I still have to be very careful, okay? just because it's just not a, you know, I'm worried that part of my issues is because I do have a vitamin D deficiency. And there's a lot of issues that can happen to your body if you have a vitamin D deficiency. Kidney issues, different things like that, that are really scary. I've had a kidney infection before, and if you've never felt pain from a kidney infection, as for a woman would understand this analogy probably more than a man, but it is almost as painful as it is to give birth. And trust me, I gave birth naturally for my first child, and my second child. I didn't do any lumbar punches or anything like that. I think I had one pain pill during my daughter, and then a pain shot or two with my son because his was so long, that they finally said, we need you to start getting farther along, or we're going to have to take you in for an emergency C-section. And I guess my son heard that in his magical wisdom that he has. And all of a sudden he decided he was going to hurry his way out. Even though he hurried his way out, it was a rough delivery. His shoulders got stuck. They had to go up and literally pull his shoulders out. So it was very traumatic birth for him. He had a nerve damage in one of his shoulders from the delivery. No permanent nerve damage. It was gone within about 4 or 5 months. It had healed, and he had full use of his arm again. So that was the great thing about it. But you know, we all go through things, but the kidneys and things like that, it does scare me. I try not to worry people and worry my family, but it does scare me. It's a really scary time. I really don't know how more to do it. I hope that when we do the next blood test that my vitamin D is up in a better range. If it is not, then the doctor and I will have to have some discussions on it, because I've been very diligent to ensure that I take the 2,000 milligrams that I'm supposed to take a day, as well as get into as much sunlight as possible, and make sure that all the milk I drink is vitamin D enriched. Not all milk is vitamin D enriched, so you have to check your milks. People don't realize that. You may be drinking milk and getting your calcium from the milk, but you're no longer getting the vitamin D that you need out of milk, unless it's enriched vitamin D. So you need to really make sure that it is enriched to make sure that you're getting that vitamin D. And so these are little things that I've learned and picked up throughout the years, and they're just helpful tidbits. But I worry about permanent damage to my organs. If I have a deficiency, I worry if something might happen to me because of the deficiency. So it's going to be an interesting thing. My calcium, which is amazing, was off the charts. I have plenty of calcium in my body, and which is a surprise thing, considering I have no vitamin D, which is what helps process calcium in your system. I have none in my system, but yet my calcium is really, really high. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's God's way of protecting me. It also causes similar issues as fibromyalgia. And so, but it causes way worse damage than fibromyalgia ever could. It could literally damage my kidneys. Things like that. It can get scary, man. As much as I love life, it's kind of scary. But anyways, I don't dwell on those kind of things. I try to dwell on the positive and remember that today I'm me and I can always be me, and it's nothing anybody else can tell me against, right? You can't tell me I can't be me, right? Because I am me, and it's not something that you can take away from me, right? Sorry, I had to put my hair up. When it's humid, the humidity causes immense heat, and you sweat a lot. And so I'm just trying to adjust up the camera just a little bit. There we go. And so now we're back in the frame. So we're at about 11 minutes, and our article is a little longer today. And since it's longer today, I really want to really concentrate on the article. So it's 13 Halloween and arts and crafts ideas for the whole family. And I thought this was quite appropriate that we got to this today, because it's October 3rd, 2020 is when this came out. But we're a few days away from starting Halloween decorations. So let's see maybe there's some more ideas that I haven't thought of. So let's see what we can come up with. Halloween is one of our favorite holidays because it signifies the beginning of fall, which means sipping hot apple cider in the evenings, going for hay rides with the family, and of course, picking out the perfect pumpkin from the pumpkin patch. Halloween is also the start of the holiday season, getting everyone into the spirit of hanging with friends and family and enjoying the cooler weather. This year, try some of these Halloween arts and crafts to keep your kids entertained and have some adorable homemade decorations around the house. So it's awesome that there's so many things out there now available to our kids when it comes to arts and crafts and things that they can do and things that they can be a part of. And this I think is really fantastic, because I've taken things that I've learned either from watching videos on YouTube and knitting, and learned different techniques to teach kids, and so I've really had a wide variety of learning on how to work with kids and art, and so that's really cool. The best Halloween arts and craft ideas.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry, my watch was trying to talk to me. We may have a bit of bias. Okay, so this is the best Halloween arts and craft ideas for the whole family. Diamond art painting. We may be a bit biased, but diamond art painting is absolutely one of our favorite fun things to do with the family at home. It's easy to work on one large project together, or you can each select your own individual project. Make time every few days or once a week to have the whole family sit down and start painting more of your project. If you have very young children in the home, it's probably best to work on the project as a family so that you can help properly place the drills and prevent them from misusing the small beads. Diamond art painting can be extremely beneficial for adults, as crafting helps to ease our minds and reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. For children, diamond painting actually helps to build up their creativity and their fine motor skills. So it's a win-win for everyone. So our favorite Halloween themed diamond art kits. So they have some favorite themed diamond art kits. In the spirit of the holiday, Diamond Art Club has added a new seasonal design for kids and adults. Check out these canvases and select a few for your new home decorations. The Halloween Haunted House. This spooky limited edition design is sure to liven up your living room this Halloween, complete with creepy cobwebs, light-up jack-o'-lanterns, and an eerie, shiver-worthy haunted house. This diamond art kit is a full square drill canvas. Bubble Chocolate Trouble. This one was really fun to do. I did this one for my grandson. It's an adorable depiction of two baby dragons brewing up some tasty hot chocolate in their shared cauldron. Bubble Chocolate Trouble is the perfect project to get the kids involved. You can even warm up delicious mugs of cocoa to sip while you work. Scaredy Cats. Two cuddly black cats peer out into the night from behind a creepy, grinning jack-o'-lantern. This fun Halloween-inspired design by Jeff Haney is the perfect picture to hang by your door as a decoration or put in the kids' room to show off their artistic talents. Or Izzy the Beekeeper Witch. This design takes a little more of a cutesy approach to Halloween, replacing the creepy fog and unsettling haunted house with an adorable autumn-themed character named Izzy, who doubles as a beekeeper and a witch. So these are the four that they were showing. So this one's Haunted House. That one's Chocolate Double Trouble, Double, whatever it is. Bubble Chocolate Trouble. So this is Halloween Haunted House. This is the Chocolate Trouble. And this one's the Scaredy Cat. And this is Izzy, the Beekeeper Witch. Okay. So, more Halloween arts and craft ideas. So what are some more arts and craft ideas? Marshmallow ghost stamps. Kids love to do crafts that they can eat, which is why you'll probably want to have plenty of extra marshmallows on hand for this one. All you need, besides marshmallows, of course, is white paint, toothpicks, a straw, scissors, and black construction paper. You'll need to make sure that you get the square marshmallows from the store. Use the scissors to cut the marshmallows into a ghost shape, and then use the straw to carve out two eyes and a spooky open mouth. Insert the toothpicks into the back of your new stamp, dip it into paint, and you've got yourself some homemade ghost stamps. So basically, you're turning a square marshmallow into a homemade ghost stamp, right? It's pretty simple, pretty inventive. I didn't even think of that one. I thought it'd be cool. You know, my grandkids would love that one. They would have a blast. Pumpkin Garland. This is a quick, easy craft that will make for the perfect indoor decorations. Simply get some orange construction paper and use a template or free draw a pumpkin. Cut out each pumpkin and either draw or cut a jack-o'-lantern smile on each. Feel free to get creative and make each pumpkin unique. Then use a hole puncher to punch a single hole at the top of the pumpkin and thread cute burlap rope through the hole. Be sure to tie a knot by the hole to prevent the pumpkins from sliding around. Continue doing this until your garland is the desired length. Yeah, I mean, I've made lots of birthday garlands and a bunch of other different kind of garlands that I've made. Excuse me. And they're really fun to make. They really are, because I've made so many different kinds. I mean, they're just amazing. I've taken pictures of dogs and put on them, and the actual dogs themselves. I've made 2 foot tall replica of some dogs for my boss. And that was a lot of fun. She loved it. She still, as far as I know, she still had it. So DIY trick-or-treat bags. As a kid, the best part of Halloween is definitely seeing how much you've raked in after a long night of trick-or-treating. But in order to get the most candy possible, you need to have the perfect bag. This year, get your kids ready for Halloween by having a night where each person designs and creates their own candy bag that they can carry around on Halloween. There's a lot of room for creativity here. We recommend using sturdy fabric bags that can be found at craft stores or online because this material will be more equipped to support heavy loads of candy or alternatives like plastic or paper. Help the kids plan their designs in pencil first, then use the fabric marker or paint to create the perfect trick-or-treating bag. You know, we used to do that all the time. Mom used to set up our table and she'd give us bags and we got to decorate, right? I'll never forget the best Halloween costume I think I ever had. My mom actually had to figure out how to create it because she made it for my best friend and my best friend and me. When we were in, I think, 2nd or 3rd grade, we did the Push Me, Pull You from Dr. Dolittle. And my mom made 2 horse costumes, and then she made a round tube that snapped between us so that when we were at school, we could snap it into place when we were doing our parade, and when we were in the classroom, we could unsnap it. And we could both still sit in our seats and all that kind of stuff. It was the best costume I think I've ever had. And my mom made all of my costumes growing up. Lollipop Ghosts. Now, these are the ones that I like to make. I think they're so fun to make. An easy and fun thing to do with the family. These adorable lollipop ghosts only require white coffee filters or tissues, whichever is more readily available. I like the coffee filters better because they're already perforated, so you've got a lot of ability to kind of get some really good fabric weaves almost out of it looking. Ribbon, a black Sharpie, and of course lollipops of your choosing. We always use Tootsie Pops. And I did this with my daughter several different times. We love doing things like this. Simply cover the lollipop with the tissue or the coffee filter and then tie Halloween colored ribbon beneath the ghost's head. The base of the lollipop, use your Sharpie to add 2 eyes and you'll have the cutest candies on the block. That sounds fun. Mason jar mummy candles. This might be fun. I have some mason jars. They have handles, but we may be able to use something like this to do it. Nothing adds to your outdoor decorations like the spooky DIY mummy mason jars to light the path to your door. You can place these on the front steps, your porch, or the path to your driveway to help lead trick-or-treaters to the right direction. Purchase a set of mason jars and then wrap medical gauze around the jars to mimic the appearance of a mummy. Glue the gauze down to keep it extra secure and add googly eyes. You can put real or battery-operated candles inside the jars to add a little bit of spooky light. Those little tea lights would probably be perfect in those jars, right? Popsicle stick Frankenstein. Now I have tons of popsicle sticks, and I use them when I make my 2-foot decorations. It helps to stabilize them and keep them in the upward position because all you're doing is doing it with cardstock. So You have to have something to keep it sturdy, right? For some reason, kids tend to love popsicle stick crafts. Maybe it's because it awakens their creativity with all the possibilities. Either way, this is the perfect popsicle craft to keep them occupied. Line up your popsicle sticks vertically to create Frankenstein's head. Glue each possible stick together side by side and one horizontal stick on the back about a third of the way from the bottom to act as the screws in his neck. Once the glue is dried, it's time to paint. You can make a traditional Frankenstein looking monster, or you can make your own version of a creepy monster. And you can almost make any kind of monster out of it. It doesn't necessarily have to be Frankenstein. The reason Frankenstein works is he had that square head. So yeah, I could see that. That would be a fun activity to do with our children, right? I would think so. Toilet paper roll candy poppers. Okay, let's see what this one is. This is actually a craft you can do any time of the year with the theme of your choosing. But in the spirit of Halloween, you can make candy poppers with a touch of fall. You'll never need to gather a collection of empty toilet paper cardboard rolls. We try to save a few of ours when we notice the roll is done so that there are always cardboard rolls on hand. But you can also buy these online or at local craft stores. Now, you'll lay the roll over a piece of tissue paper. To stick with the theme, it should be orange, black, or Halloween patterned tissue paper. I would go as much as orange, black, purple, and yellow. Purple and green. Those are really Halloween colors, right? I know, because I made a sweater out of it, and everybody asked me if they're Halloween colors. They weren't, but it was gorgeous. Let's see. To stick with the theme, it should be orange, black, or Halloween themed tissue paper. Stuff the roll with the candy of your choice. Tape the tissue paper to the roll. Roll up the rest of the cardboard and tape it down again. Then tie both ends with ribbon, making it look like a Tootsie Roll, and decorate the outside any way you please. We might have to try that. Those might be fun to try. The next one, there are kids out there that love this, okay? And I don't have anything against it, but kids aren't doing it in my house, okay? My grandkids, they can do anything and have any kind of craft they want, but this one, green slime. I'm sorry, I can't do it, right? Here's another great craft to do year-round. As most parents know, kids love any activity that involves making a mess. I'd rather them do finger painting than play with slime, okay? Finger paint my walls if you want. Don't play with slime. Luckily, slime is actually pretty clean, easy to clean up, but don't tell the kids that. You'll find dozens of different slime recipes on the internet, but this is a simple one that will get the job done quickly. Pour a bottle of classic white glue that you would use in school into a bowl. Then in a separate container, add 1 teaspoon of borax to 1 cup of warm water. Stir well. In the bowl with the glue, you can add any color you like. For Halloween, we've chosen green, but feel free to use any color you prefer. After you've mixed the color, you're going to slowly pour a small amount of the borax and water mixture into the glue and stir. Keep adding little bits of borax mixture until the slime has formed and is no longer sticky to touch. Note, borax is the most easily acceptable activator for this craft, but you can use any kind of liquid starch to make your slime. So this one sounds fun. Halloween magnets. You probably already have all the supplies you need right at home to create these fun seasonal magnets. Help your kids pick out large flat rocks from the yard and then set up an area to paint. If you don't have rocks in your yard, go out and find something else that's available, right? If you've got a creek bed, those are really good, or a riverbed, those are really good. You just have to really go. You can go buy rocks too if you can't find them. Help your kids pick out large flat rocks from the yard and then set up an area to paint. You and your children can get creative on what types of spooky characters you're going to paint. Carefully paint the rocks and allow them to dry. Hint, googly eyes, make a fun addition when possible. After the rocks are completely dry, it's time to turn them over and glue a small round magnet to the back. Once the glue dries, they're ready to stick right on your refrigerator. That sounds fun. I mean, you can make all kinds of magnets. And think about it. You don't necessarily need to use rocks, right? Rocks is a fun way to do it. But you can use anything. If you don't have rocks around, I mean, where I grew up, we usually had volcanic rock. But you really didn't find flat rocks. You could go to Sacramento River, and if you got into some of the sloughs and the areas, you might find some rocks. But rocks, that kind of rocks wasn't readily available. But there's cardstock. You can cut out 2 or 3 layers of cardstock and put them together, and you'll be able to paint that. Just make sure, and you won't even need to paint it if you use orange, black, green, or yellow, right? Orange, black, green. Is it yellow? I think it's yellow. Milk carton pumpkin lanterns. Oh, this might be fun. A craft that always promotes recycling. We love to see it. Take your empty milk cartons and clean out the inside well in the sink or outside with the hose and remove the label. So think about it. If you've got water bottles, if you buy gallons of water, which I buy gallons of water, I buy 7 to 8 gallons a week. And because I buy that much, I always have empty water gallons, right? Why not use those? You don't have to clean them out as much, right? So cut a palm-sized hole in the back where it will be hidden so that you can fit a light inside. Dry the carton off and begin painting the outside orange with the jack-o'-lantern expression on your face. Hint, this craft can also be done with a ghostly design instead. And I think you can really choose any design you want, right? You don't necessarily have to have a ghost or a jack-o'-lantern, right? You can have a Frankenstein. You can have what? I don't know many kind of monsters like that. My husband could name them all. After the paint is dried, add a small strand of battery-powered string lights or tea lights to the inside of the lantern. Your lanterns are ready to be displayed. And you know, if you did it with the string lights, if you put a hole down the side, you'll be able to string those lights along, and they'll all stand together in one area, and it may help them stay in one place. Painted pumpkins. Everyone looks forward to carving pumpkins as Halloween approaches, but there are a couple issues with the classic craft. It's messy, and the pumpkins rot fast. And some kids hate the odd texture of the squishy pumpkins. Of course, some kids absolutely love this stuff and its potential to make a mess. That was me. And I still like to put my fingers in the guts of a pumpkin. I'm sorry, I just love it. I like to pull out my pumpkin seeds. I rinse them and I put salt on them and then I let them, sea salt, not regular, not iodized salt, but sea salt. I put sea salt on it, and then I let them dry, and then once they're dry, I put them in the oven and let them roast at 250 for an hour. Ah, those are awesome. Of course, okay, if you want to add some cute decorations to the front porch or inside your home without worrying that the pumpkins will rot before Halloween, try painting your pumpkins instead. This is a great way to prevent that usual mess and add some soup. Try painting your pumpkins instead. This is a great way to prevent that unusual mess and add some super creativity pumpkins to your decorations. Pro tip, for really interesting pumpkin craft, you can glue bits of broken crayons to the top of the pumpkin near the stem. Then set your blow dryer on high heat and use it to melt the crayons. This creates a unique, colorful dripping design to your pumpkin to make the colors stand out even more. Paint the pumpkin white first and allow it to dry before adding the crayons. And look, they actually have a picture of what that looks like when it's done. That's stunning. Isn't that stunning? I like that. And that's what happens when you melt the crayons. So it really just depends on which color crayon you're using, right? Cotton ball ghost. Quick, easy craft you can do with young children. Cotton ball ghosts simply require googly eyes, cotton balls, glue, and construction paper. Cut out the shape of a ghost on your white construction paper, then use white glue or a glue gun to attach the cotton balls to the paper. Add your googly eyes last, and you can even punch a hole through the paper on the top if you want to hang your adorable little ghouls. Yeah, you can do these. These would be really awesome to do as a banner, right? If you did a bunch of those. And maybe you could come up with other shapes that you can use your cotton balls for and your googly eyes for. Let your kids be creative. That's what part of Halloween to me was allowing myself and allowing my children to know it was okay to be creative. And you know, sometimes you have to give yourself permission to be creative. Because sometimes I am so much of a stickler sometimes when it comes to life, right? I want life to go the way I want it to go, and I really don't want somebody to come in and tell me how it needs to happen. It's not something I find appealing, but some people do. And so, even though it's not appealing for me, I still leave it for other people to do. Okay? Get into the spooky spirit with these awesome crafts. With fall just around the corner, it's time to prepare for Halloween. The kids have picked out their costumes and the stores are filled with supersized bags of candy. So bring the fun of the holiday to your home with these Halloween arts and craft ideas. We promise you and your children will have a blast working on projects from spooky diamond art paintings for kids to whipping up batches of slime. You can even use many of these ideas to create your own unique home decorations with a personal twist. So there are a few images here that they used, and they gave the credits for those images. So if any of the images were used, the source for the New Africa is Stuttershock. Chokchai Pumachia is Shutterstock. Your Name on Stones is Shutterstock. Kolopokovoa Daria at Superstock. Katrina Morozova at Shutterstock. And Flaffy at Shutterstock. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we included all the sources to ensure that artists get their names out there, and they'll be able to be good, and I'm not in trouble for copyright, right? Because I don't want any copyright infringement on my channel either. So I need to be very careful. So if there's any sources, I show you any pictures, and I did show you the pumpkin because I thought that was really cute. And since I didn't know which of those sources was for the pumpkin, but to be safe, it was just easier for me to just read all the sources. Okay? So, with that said, it has been awesome to spend a couple hours with you. And I hope that you enjoyed our article. And I think I'm going to look through those again and see if there's anything that we can pull out that maybe we can do, maybe like the banner. So I'll see what I can look at, and when I'm making my plans for Halloween decorations, it'd be fun to try at least one of these. So I will let you know soon which one I will be trying when we come to the month of August. I will reveal it then. I won't reveal it before. Just because I don't want to choose something now and it ends up that I've not chosen what I end up choosing in the end to do on camera. And so I just want to make sure that it goes with the rest of my decorations. And so what I need to do is I've got to spend the afternoon, probably today. I will take my computer and see what I can do this afternoon to get my silhouette all installed. I may not do that till the 1st of August. I may wait till I get this painting done to do all that setup work, since I'm on a close deadline for this one. It would be nice. I don't think I've ever completed more than one diamond painting in a month. So if I get this one done, I will have completed a smaller one and a larger one within a month, and that really makes me feel pretty proud of myself for being able to accomplish that. In that kind of feat in itself, you know, sitting here and just trying to decide what I want to do, right? So anyways, with that said, if you like this video, we would love to have a thumbs up. If you don't like it, a thumbs down is fine, but please, please, please leave a comment in the section, a comment in the comment section below, and let us know why. Really, we really want to know why. We want to understand what any of our viewers want to see and what they want. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and in the meaning of becoming part of the Sunset Girl Creates, we'd love to have you subscribe and be part of the family. And if you want to know when I upload any videos, there is a bell icon right next to the subscribe button, and it will tell you when I upload a video. So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming and joining. We did have Monday off for a video. I needed a day off. So videos start back today, and you'll see the first one at 9 o'clock. So I'm wishing everybody a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now.